Oh, hello everybody. Today we have two items on the list here. We have a Rebirth and we also have a Topfill. And I'm going to give kind of my first thoughts and my first observations on what do you think? I think it's a beautiful, sexy beast right here. And boy, does she chuck some clouds. Holy crap. Not too bad for a single coil. That's right, folks. Today I only have a single coil in my Rebirth. And I'll tell you, it's a sexy RDA. Whether you squonk it or whether you drip it, I'll tell you, she's a beast. Flavor for days. Like I said, I'm using a 4mm ID single coil in here. A little dirty, needs to be changed, and I'm probably going to do that in a few hours. Once the liquid's gone here, I'm gonna probably put in a dual coil. But I knew from the beginning that, oh boy, I got a little yucky here, a little splashy. Give me a second, let me go get some towels. Alrighty, well, I'm back, and it seems that I must have squonked it. In fact, I know I did. Right after I took a puff, then I opened and closed it, and some juice dripped out. But anyway, what's really good about the Rebirth is that it has very, very smooth airflow. Like I said, even with dual coils, with a single coil in it, not dual coils, but a single coil in it, 4mm ID, I'm getting very smooth airflow. Not a bunch of turbulence in there. And I really like that. I like that it's a very smooth airflow. Not only is it smooth, doesn't whistle, doesn't make a lot of noise, the airflow, I don't know, something about the airflow is really good. Wide open. I'm using it wide open, and it just rocks. Sadly, you don't get much that goes along with the Rebirth. You don't get any spare coils. You don't get a bunch of stuff. You do get a little coily thing to cut your leads. And you do get, I think, some O-rings or whatever. But maybe a couple of screws. But other than that, you don't get nothing. And I'm not complaining. I build my own coils. But honestly, I like it when I like it when RDA manufacturers kind of at least put in a set of coils. Put in some fuse Claptons. Put in some triple fuse Claptons. Put in some frame staples. Cheap ones. Cheap Chinese, machine-made, whatever. Just put something in there. So this way, that new vapor, or someone like myself, maybe I don't have coils built for it. You know, it comes to my house. I'm not ready. I don't have any coils built. I could just slip something in and off to the races. With this, no. But all right, not too bad. It does come with an extra drip tip. So if you don't like the color, you have, I think, like a foggy gray or a foggy black drip tip that comes with it. And I don't know. It might have a strange build deck. And it might have strange airflow, but everything works so good. So good that I like it better than my Phobia version 2. I really do. I like it better than that. It's such an enjoyable vape. And then we got this. We got this, the Topside. And boy, this changed everything. I'm someone that really loves single battery squonkers. I have them all. I have everything from here. We got a pulse mech. I got some regulated mods. They're all single battery. Now I did get a Rage, and I like the Rage. It's nice, but it's heavy. It's big and bulky. There's no way I'm putting this in my pocket when going out for a container of milk. Not the Rage, anyway. But this might be a little bit bigger than, say, a Pulse, right? Might be a little bigger. Maybe about the same width. Maybe about the same width. A little skinnier in some spots, but thicker in others. But it's not that much bigger. And yes, this is heavier because it's made out of metal than this that's made out of plastic. So that weighs down a little bit in your pocket. But I've taken this outside quite a few times, and I love it. I love taking this out of my pocket. What I also like is the menu system. The menu system is very simplistic. All right? It doesn't have much other than, say, wattage and bypass mode. But I gotta say this. If there's one bad thing about the whole mod, bypass don't work. I mean, bypass don't work at all. It doesn't matter what battery you throw it in. It will never give you maximum voltage of the battery. I don't care if it's an 18650 that you use a little adapter from Dovpo, right? One of these, and you use that from Dovpo, or you don't. The way I look at it, I'm using firecrackers, 2700As. I love these batteries. These batteries are damn good. They have also, in my opinion, the lowest voltage drop on a mechanical out of all the mods. 30Ts, 40Ts. This beats it. Firecrackers beat it. I don't know why. I can't even tell you why. I'm throwing a new battery in here. Might as well. The other one's a little weak. And the battery door is not so hard to get on and off or hard to use. But as long as I have it open, this is also where your liquid bottle, squonk bottle, is located at. And you pull it out like this in order to remove it. Sadly, with the battery door open. All right, but come on, not that big of a deal. Now the real trick of the mod, Topfill. I love this Topfill. Let me tell you something else. I'm going to tell you another little story. I never, ever, ever really remove bottles from my mods. And you would think, oh, I'm using those fill-up bottles from the top. How do I do it? Honestly, I pretend I'm using a fill-up bottle, and I squirt some right in the RDA, and I release with my thumb, and I squirt some more, and release with my thumb, and squirt some more, and then I turn it upside down, squeeze the bottle again, all the way, and then squirt some more while releasing the bottle with my finger. And I've been doing that for all my mods. All my squonking mods. I don't use a fill-up bottle, and I very rarely, only like when I'm doing it from scratch, I put new cotton in and new juice in, then I'll fill up the bottle. With this, all I'm doing is filling up from here. It's too easy. It's too convenient. 3 little turns, and this thing is off. Okay? Big fill-up holes. Big, huge fill-up holes. Push it down, turn it a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. She's locked in a place. Locked in a place and ready to go. Now I heard that there's new firmware updates for this. That it'll give you voltage, you know, and I like voltage. One of the things I liked about my Pulse 80 watt is it allows me to use voltage mode. And in voltage mode, I could just set the voltage and it does the wattage for me. I'm a voltage kind of a guy. I'm kind of weird that way. I'm a battery guy. I'm a voltage guy. I'm kind of weird this way. I wouldn't mind it on here. I wouldn't mind on here, and I should really borrow a computer and see if I could update it to that voltage thing. But it better also have wattage. I don't know. I see. That's another thing. He said that I forgot the guy's name from TVC. Brian, is that his name? I think Brian said he was going to make another video and show you how to update it, and he never did. So I don't know if the updates are out, they're not out, they're done, they're not done, what's on them, what's not on them, I don't know. But what I will say is if you don't mind just straight up wattage, I don't mind straight up wattage, but if you don't mind, then this mod, single battery with a good 2700 or a 21700 in here, lasts me half a day. Lasts me a good 4.5, 5 hours in here. I replace my batteries like once or twice a day at the tops, if I'm really heavily using this. The paint job is nice. I've never dropped it, but I've kept it in my pocket a few times. Not with anything in it. I don't put keys in it with it, but the paint hasn't scratched. Nothing has gone wrong with it. In fact, I think the paint is probably one of the best paint that I've seen on any mod to date. The only thing better than this, I would say paint-wise, is my IPv4S, because I've banged that, dropped that, all kinds of stuff. Still no paint chipping. It's like the metal was die cast in that color. That's what this is like. It's like the metal is die cast in this color. Something in that it just seems that way. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it seems that way. And the paint has lasted, you know, really. The paint has lasted a lot. So, what do I think of this? I think the whole setup is like a 9 out of 10. You can't ask for much more with the Rebirth. It will leak on you a little bit if you over squonk. It will leak on you a little bit if you over drip. But if you're careful or you don't have those problems that much, you're not going to have a problem with this. This is just, in fact, the only time I leaked with this was when I intentionally over squonked just to see how much I have to squonk in order to make it leak. As you could see, I'm enjoying this like crazy. If it's in my hand, I'm vaping it. I gotta put it down. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. The Topside really revolutionized squonking. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if throughout 2019 you see another 2 or 3 more models that come out. I'm not talking about from Dovpo. I'm saying from competitive companies, you know, competing companies, that they're going to put out their own version of a Topside. It's that good and that convenient. I mean, I just literally pull off the top of the bottle and squirt in some juice and then cover it up. I'm done in 10 seconds. I've never done that quick. It's just unbelievable. And it hits hard. So it's not like it's a weak mod. It hits hard. And battery life, like I said, with 2700s, I'm getting 4.5 to 5 hours of my use. I constantly vape. Like every 15 minutes, I'll have 2 puffs. Then another 15 minutes go by, 2, 3 puffs. Then another 15 minutes goes by, another 2, 3 puffs. 4.5, 5 hours of that. You know? It might not be constantly chain vaping, but I'm vaping during that time, during those hours. You know, I'm vaping. And I'll tell you, the batteries last. But if you ask me, that Rebirth also, wow. Airflow so smooth, so rich and creamy. Makes all my, I put like 3, 4 flavors in there already. Makes all my flavored juices taste fantastic in it. And then with that coil that I put in there, it's my favorite single coil. All right, it's basically fused Clapton with a single 24 gauge nichrome wire wrapped in between it to make it a what do they call that? A stage coil. Okay, and I love those single stage coils. I have one in my not my Cosmonaut. I have one in my B2K also. I have a 3mm ID in that one. And again, gorgeous, gorgeous flavor from that coil. But in the Rebirth, you think, oh, it's such a big RDA inside, really made for dual coils. No, put in a 4mm ID, single coil. That stage single coil 4mm ID. So I don't know what to say. I think both of them are winners. Both of them get a 9 out of 10 in my book. I mean, really, I'd like it to give both a 10, but I can't. I can't because one is going to leak a little bit every now and then. And as far as the Dovpo Topside, that bypass should have worked out the door. And it don't. So I can't. I got to take off a point for that. I got to take off a point. And that's my rating. That's my thoughts. And that's my, ideas on this. If you have any questions, please ask away. And go give our friend a call and see if he can get you one. Because I'll tell you something, this Topside and this Rebirth, this is going to be my #1 staple for a long time. Oh, hell yeah. It's fucking good, delicious. I'm vaping on a strawberry cannoli right now. It's fucking delicious. Well, y'all have a nice day. The Dovpo Topside and Mike Vape's Rebirth. Fuck yeah, 9 out of 10.